whatever. I want to make a note about this. One thing that I noticed about this, in addition to this issue with like doesn't look that cool one person. I haven't done this one, but the smallest anything happening anywhere in the background or the smallest change or some shit, for some reason the way the YouTube camera and all this crap, sometimes it looks bad and then it looks bizarre. Like this thing about the way the camera is with this. So I'm not gonna move it, but you can make that bunny rabbit thing look so bizarre. I mean, that looked like something that I would see in the. It looked so bad and bad and bad. And for some reason, the way that bunny rabbit camera thing showed up, it was like. I don't know, just like really funny. So it's been way funnier than I would expect, like bizarre funny. So sometimes you do something weird, like, and all of a sudden it looks cool for some reason. So I'm just gonna do that, but if anyone had a weird idea, like something that could be in the background. Because this is like I'm in a house. This is the worst background right now. Like, this is terrible. Like, this is like ruining everything. Oh man, if I had that New Orleans house. Oh my god, that was a location. That fucking place was amazing. I've never lived anywhere like that, and you'll never live anywhere. That was really amazing. I had to do that, but I've never lived in a place like that. People do, but that was that was just an amazing experience. But I'm saying that house, anywhere in that house, like, would have looked very strange on a camera. What kind of house is that? It would have made it so. I mean, it just would have been like, where is this film, man? That like it just would have been like a film, like. But that like, God, that house is amazing. But this is like a regular house. But oh, the neighborhood and everything. No one, I see. I lost the chance to do that because I wasn't living there to film it. But yo, man, I gotta confess, like that was the most magical thing. Like I did something that. I went and lived in a place that no one lives in. Like no one goes in there, no one lives in there. Like no, it's just a place no one goes, and it was amazing. Like just a place that no one would ever go in. Like and it's a hard to explain thing. Like it was as though we were in another. I don't say country, but it was like. I don't know, it was amazing, like being in a place that you wouldn't walk in there, but not even because it's dangerous, just like, I don't know, I can't, it's just a place no one goes in. That thing when I walked in and the guy said that you can't do this anymore, man, I've seen you walk through here, like, this is not okay, like, it was the weirdest thing, because he wasn't saying, like, get out of my neighborhood, he was just saying, this is our space, alright, like, this is our space, and it's like a gutted house, like, the way that he's perceiving it, like this is not like this is a violation, man. Like you just can't just walk through here like this. Like this is not okay. Like it was just so, it just that the fact that that's the way he said it. Like it was amazing. Like the way it was all happening. But I want to tell you something about self-esteem. Let me tell you, the self-esteem cut down on people who are living there. I mean, it was amazing to hear some of the things that they said. Like. I'm saying, like, they were asserting themselves in the strangest ways, like, but it was like, my God, that's from, like, I mean, just amazing to hear the way, like, some of those guys were talking. They were really nice, but, like, the between the flood and what had happened to them, that there was a couple of things he said was amazing, like, that this guy said, I put my garbage in his garbage can. And because it looked like there was only one can for the two houses. Turned out they ain't got me a new can. So I came out and he said, oh, like, is this shit garbage, you know? I said, listen, yeah, is it one can for both houses? Like, or did she not get me a can, you know? And he said, no, like, she's got to get you a can, you know? Oh, man, I said, I'm sorry about that. Like, I didn't know it was your garbage can, you know? And, like, then he went into a thing, like, he wasn't even really talking to me. But it was amazing. Like this is what happens. Like he spoke with a lot of like comments, like about like he said, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like this garbage can has my name on it. He says, you see, and he was like, yo, listen, like I have my garbage can here, like I have this, like we see, you gotta be like me, man. You gotta be like me. You call, you you gotta be a man like me and have your own garbage can. Like the way he was so amazing. Like he wasn't fucking with me. Like he was saying like this is the way. Like this is right. Like this is mine. And you see this. I have my own can. Like it was. Like, he had no sense like how that sounded. But like I was like right on. He's like, you see how I am? Like I have my own garbage can. See that's like that. And see this is my can. Like so. See you do like me. You be a man. Like the way I am. Like. It was amazing to hear him talk like that's. Do you have any idea of what's going on in there? Like that they have to assert themselves like that, but they all did it. Cause Gerard, and I'm saying the psychology, Gerard often just almost in everything he said, look, I want to say this now. Like you see, I'm a man. You see, I am a man. Let me tell you something. I know a little something about that. I know a little something about having to remind yourself that you're a man. But I've never seen it like that. And it wasn't asserting himself in that violent way. He was like, I'm going to tell you one thing about me. You see, I'm a man, you know? I'm a man. Holy moly. Do you understand the psychology there? Of like how fucking like what kind of abuse has created that? It was amazing. It was amazing to see that. And they're all, they was like 40-year-old men, 50-year-old men, like, it was amazing knowing guys like that. Like that has nothing to do with like the racism in your office building. Like it was incredible to see people who had that psychology, and there was amazing interactions too. Like when I walked by, I met them when I came in. They were my neighbors, but I knew Gerard lived on the block. But I was walking up the block, and I just like I don't know. I had my head down and saying I didn't say hello as Gerard walked by, and he was like, "God damn, Steve!" Like you don't even know me. Like it was so weird. Like like it's like you walk by like you don't even know me. Like it was like no, I'm sorry, man. He's like nah, that's all right. Like, Jesus Christ. Like it just like he did the way like just the whole way they were. But they were so nice too. But it was just so the culture was so not like. Whatever the fuck is going on, like boom, boom, boom. Everyone's doing the hip hop. Like there was they were actually not made by the music industry, like individuals, who didn't see. What I realized when I was down there, right, like both white and black hip hop people like are under some kind of weird culture distortion because neither black nor white people act like that. Like that's actually coming from the music industry. Like when I was down there from all types of people like that, like they're not Southern, they're from all over, right? Like they're not doing all that hip hop things because those are actual people. And the thing, you know what it is that got it to that? Everyone thinks the ghetto is where they act like yo, they don't. It's so funny. It never occurred to me in a neighborhood that really is a ghetto. Of course, like where am I getting? Where am I getting the idea that people are? Right. I mean, it's just so funny, like how like the culture. So we're actually in a neighborhood like that with gutted houses and things. Like they're not like like they just like they're not dancing. Like I don't know, it's so funny when you get out of the like manufactured part of it. Like and actually where they're in gutted houses and shit. Like then again, they're not living in gutted. That's the other thing. I'm tired of what the hell are people calling a ghetto? Have you ever seen people living in gutted houses? Like. I'm a little wary all of a sudden of what's going on in these tough guy ghettos. Like that was a place where there were murders in there, everything. But of course there were but it was not because if people were standing on a street corner like toughing each other out, like that may not be exactly like I don't know what that is. But I'm thinking in a neighborhood where the houses are gutted, yeah, there are murders all the time, but not because people are like you stepped on my sneakers. Like it's not. It's because they're hungry and they would kill each other and the cops can kill. But they didn't have any of that in it, and they're not rapping. They're like, this is my garbage can. Like you see, you know what it is? You see that their self-esteem is damaged. It was like I don't know if the hip thing added like you see a whole thing going on that's correct. Like that makes a lot of sense. Like I don't know, something's fucked up with all the cultures. But I don't know. That's why the deep stuff in the white people are like white people and the black people like that, and neither of them are doing that weird music business thing. The hip hop culture. I'm concerned about the hip hop culture. Is that a culture that's coming out of the record industry? I'm just like, is that really I mean, what? I'm saying, like, I never did do a kind of a hip hop thing. Like, is it useful to anyone to have that as your culture? Maybe it is. I met a couple, but I'm just wondering. I mean, I met all kinds of people with hip hop culture, but I'm just wondering, is it coming out of any culture? Because I'm saying, like, being in, like, that was the ghetto. Right, they're like from the ghetto. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you saw them, these guys are from the ghetto, but they're not like. It's just so different. It's just not. It suddenly looks like, wait, oh, this is actually people in the ghetto. Like, it's a whole different thing where you're like, right. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it. Then again, what do I know? But I don't know, just the mass culture hasn't gotten to them. This was a punk as a culture where this shit hasn't infiltrated. You see, like, something like, oh, it's a real culture. Like, the way the houses were decorated, like, it's all, oh, like, things, I don't know, it just doesn't have that look like it's in a picture. Like, well, it's its own culture, but it's not culture. It's just, oh, the stuff is interesting. Like, I don't know, like, they're just not, like, they have a culture. They have a culture. It's much easier to talk when it's not, when the white person isn't posing as a black person, the black person is posing as a, I don't know, it was much easier to talk as a white man talking to a black man. Like, we had much better interactions. And they, you know, for the first time, it was so cool. Like, you know how they treated me? Like, it was so funny. Like, in a million years, it wouldn't have been like, yo, my name is Steve. Like, welcome to the neighborhood, but this is my neighborhood. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, they were in reality. Like, one time, like, this guy, Tyrone, was like, hey, Steve, man, do you need anything fixed in your house? I was like, no. And I guess I was, like, walking away, like, no, man, it's cool. Like, I didn't want to get involved. And he was like, he saw, like, that I was a little, like, skittish with him. And he was like, Steve, like, come on back. Like, it's cool. Like, come on back. And he was just, he realized, like, oh, he's, like, his boundaries a little bit. He's super cool. He's like, it's cool. Like, come on back. Like, come on back, Steve. I know. Like, he's like, come on back. Like, it's alright. Like, it's alright. And, like, the fact that he knew that my boundaries were all up because of where we are and who he is, and he wanted to show me, like, I'm a gentle person. I mean, that's an actual interaction that's happening. They were posturing, like, doing that. Like, oh, I'm from New York. Like, we were in reality. It's a white person, like, it's a white person, like, who's obviously not, and he's maybe not sure who this is, and the guy stayed really calm. So any main emotions, he just wanted to come on back. It's cool, dude. Like, come on back. Like very mellow. That's like real white black people interactions, like being comfortable with each other. It was. I mean, there was no. I mean, just man, it was reality is so much more interesting than what the hell's going on in the culture, the mass culture, which is like mind-boggling. But I'm not knocking it. I'm just wondering if it's real. People say like the hip hop has roots. Like I don't know. I mean, I've never heard anyone come up there and tell me the culture has roots. But this culture has roots. Well, I mean, it's a culture. If it's a culture, that's it's like saying my culture comes from somewhere. It didn't just come from a magazine. Like that's a suspicious thing. I don't know what its roots are. I bet I read Ebony magazine about Eminem and like they're a little confused. Like, it's interesting, the analysis of hip-hop itself, like, they're not catching a lot of stuff about hip-hop. But then again, like, I don't know, like, what's going on? But I don't know, it's like the hip-hop culture, you gotta look into it. There's any depth? Or is it just, like, to do something weird with us? I don't know, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not, I'm suspicious that it's shallow. That in the end, it's gonna have a problem or something. I don't know. These long cultural critiques I'm making. I gotta shut up. This is fun talking out all this shit. You see, this is instead of going to a psychiatrist, talk shit into here and say, yo, that's cool, do that more, man. Instead of talking to someone who's arguing back. This is like talking to a shrink, but it's like, yo, you like this? This could be for my channel, then I go multi-tier. Like, we'll do it like that, and we'll make money. Fuck this psychoanalysis.